welcome back to what is another lovely day here in North Wales. It's the start of June now, so it's been a while since we've done a little tour, so I thought we'll give you a quick tour around, show you what we've got planned and a few of the jobs that need doing, and just have a bit of a catch up. So just going to take a minute to enjoy my favourite part of the garden, which is this side with all the flowers, and then we'll go and have a look around the rest of the garden. So nice just to be able to sit back and enjoy it. Right, well, that's enough sitting down for one day. Let's have a look at some of these flowers. We've got the sunflower there, and the lucifers, gladioli all coming up in the back here, and the dahlias from last year are all coming through. But the real star of the show this year have to be these Sweet Williams. Colours in these are really nice. These seeds I planted about a year and a half ago. Planted them out last year, and this year they're flowering. And a bit of a herb bed here. We've got some mint, rosemary, sage. I think there's 5 or 6 different types of mint in there now. All the sage flowering up. Pollinators absolutely loving that there. But like I say, this is one of my favourite corners of the garden at the moment. Calendula's going, poppies are flowering. Absolutely loads of heads to come on these. Then of course we've got the sweet peas at the teepee. And I've also wrapped some lights around that. I'll pop a few videos of it in the dark in the end. And some more Sweet Williams on this side. Just starting to flower. Seem to have flowered a lot earlier in that corner. And some more poppies. And the dahlias coming up again. So a real flush of flowers in there so far. Then we'll have a quick look at the hanging baskets. So some of these were for Bill and Val's hanging basket challenge. Mainly this one and the other one over there, out on the far end over here. But we've planted this raised bed up. We've got some lettuces, some marigolds, pongo beans and some orange hat mini dwarf tomatoes. Sorry about the shadow there, guys. And then over on this side, some more hanging baskets again. Didn't notice that one. It's just opening a flower. And some of the lobelias starting to flower as well. And then we've got some lettuces, spring onions, garlic and strawberries in here. And some pansies in the back here. I've just cut most of these back and given them a feed. These hanging baskets are getting watered daily and they're already bone dry at the top. Planted some beans in this pot here, French climbing beans. Starting to get some flowers on the roses. And everything else seems to be coming too. The sweet peas on there looking absolutely amazing. Go down and have a look at them now. Right, so this trellising that I put up is working great so far. The peas have climbed right up and are in the middle here now. We're getting a nice flush of flowers on these. I'll be cutting all these off shortly, just to help promote new growth. So very happy with them this year. And then over into the big raised ponds here, we've got red onions all around here and some carrots in the middle there. See, they're just starting to come up. They were evenly spaced, but somebody decided they wanted to come and play in here, so not expecting them to be very straight, but we have sown a load more in this side. And then we've got the giant carrots, the giant beetroots, which unfortunately have gone to seed, and then giant swede down there, which I think is also run into seed. But doesn't matter, trial and error, first attempt. Hopefully learn something from it. I think I might have sown them a bit early, but it's always next year. And on here we've got some strawberries, and I've just been cutting the runner shoots off, and hopefully we'll get another flush of flowers and another crop off these. I've had quite a few of them. They're the ones that were in the polytunnel. They'd finished flowering, so I thought I'd bring them outside and see if we can't get another crop off them. Right, so let's have a look, see what's growing in the rest of the garden. As you see, we've got some more irises coming up, some purple ones, and I'm not sure what colour these ones are going to be, but it'll be interesting to see. And I've just let this part go wild, mainly just for the pollinators, but as you can see we've got some more sweet williams in there. They're leaving themselves out. I've cut the comfrey right back, used that in my compost and made a liquid feed out of it. There's a sunflower planted up here, needs tying up. And I've also planted a couple more sunflowers in the back of these beds. Elephant garlic is almost ready to be harvested. I know should wait for these to do a loop, the escapes, but with us going away the next day or two, I think it might be an idea to harvest these, as I've already noticed this one is starting to split up the stem. So I'm not sure what that means. Don't know whether it'd be an idea to get them out before we go, or just pop the scapes off and harvest the rest when we get back. Got some onions in here and some more lettuce at the bottom there, and right across from that we've got broccoli and some cauliflower, and then a later sowing of cauliflower there. Just harvested what garlic we had in here, and there's a few other bits, and so what I've done is I've planted some Sarpomira potatoes just for now, because after this summer I do plan to remove all these beds up the side here and just redo them, so it's a bit more well thought out. So I thought, instead of planting something that's going to take ages, just put some potatoes in there. When we dig this out, when we take this out, we can pull all the soil out and add all fresh and reuse the compost somewhere else. Got a couple of cabbages at this end. This one has 4 heads on it, so I don't know, that could be one. one for the giant veg show. It's just a normal Durham early cabbage, but all the others, see, we've harvested that one. This one is looking a bit worse for wear, but there's another one down there. Lovely. They've all hearted up. This one hasn't yet, so that could be quite big. And then got the giant cabbage in here. It's already filled this bed. You can see the size of them leaves. It's got potential to be quite a big one, I think. Let's get this net off. And you can see it's just starting to heart up in the middle there. But that's a lovely looking cabbage. I think that's my only hope in Malvern this year. The other garlic bed is suffering quite bad from rust, but with them not being far off harvesting, you can see they're getting escapes on them now. This should be okay, but some of these quite thick, so hopefully we should get some decent garlic out of that. And same goes for this side. These ones were my own saved seed, and probably some of the best looking garlic I've grown to date. So we should get a decent crop between that one and that one. And then the ones that weren't looking so great, we harvested this morning. All about that size. Not bad, but not the best. But we can use them whilst we're waiting for these to dry out, so not a problem there. Sorry about the sniffling, guys, full of cold. So in here where we pulled out that garlic, first lot of garlic, we put 3 Roma tomato plants here and some of last year's single seed potatoes, Picasso I'm sure they were. Fruit berries, really should have covered these up, they've just been absolutely obliterated. I can see, yeah, caterpillars on them. So I'll treat this before I go. Just spray it all with some soapy water and give it a good feed. It's desperate for a feed, look. Condor potatoes, one of them's died off. I had this problem with a lot of the potatoes this year. They just seem to get to this stage and just die off. So I don't know what's happening this year. Some strawberries at the bottom of the long roots. Broad beans in here. No signs of any black fly, so I haven't pulled the tops off yet. He says, I was looking at some black flies. Are they? No, they're not. Right, and in here we've got all shallots. Not far off now. I'm gonna let these ones get a bit bigger than the others. Keep these for cooking and use the others for pickling. Still haven't opened up this bed yet. That's something I need to get done and get that planted up. The first early potatoes that I planted in these baskets all died off, and managed to pull them from the lot. A couple of small ones as well, but they grew to about this big and just died off. So I planted some more Sapa Unas and some more Picassos in them. Some more strawberries on top of our nettle feed in there. Compost bay, this one's just been filled back up. So I've got a bit more room to go in that, and then we can start on filling the other one up. Got leaf mould in behind there. I've set this small polytunnel up out here. I'm going to stick maybe 1 or 2 tomatoes in there. Just take these cages out, and these bars can support the tomato plants. Or I might put some of the melons in there, don't know yet. Long root structure. Finally managed to sort out a water supply, but these aren't really doing much at all this year. Yeah. Something's eating the beetroot leaves, but it's starting to sprout fresh ones there. But at least now, watering source is set up, that all works, so won't have to worry about that for next year. I've moved all my worms into this bin just for now, and it's full of what we sifted out of our compost, and then obviously the stuff that was in where the compost bin, worm bins, and a bit of feed on top. But need to add a load of cardboard into there. I've drilled loads of holes all around the sides, so plenty of air getting in there, and I might drill a few more in the lid. This bin leaks anyway, so I don't have to worry about anything for drainage. Never seems to hold water, so that's why I'm using it for that. So a quick look in the little polytunnel, and we'll go and check out the other polytunnel. Right, so currently in here we've got 2 tigerellas, and planted up some basils in between each one of them. Some more lettuces, a few more basil there. Brad's Atomic, black strawberry on the end there, and a marburn there. And then we've got 2 black pineapples that are going to go here in larger pots, and another Brad's Atomic, black strawberry, and 2 more marburns for there. Don't know whether to try transplanting these shallots or just harvest them for pickling when I get home, and just wait until we're home to repot these. But I'm going to be using these pots which I've just cut the bottoms out of, so I'm just going to plant them in and plant them in that, exactly as we have with those ones, and plant an empty pot in between each one. Hoping to get that done before we go, but if not, it'll be done when we get back. It's not a problem. But that's about it for in here. So we'll pop and have a look in the big polytunnel. Right, so it's all looking a bit messy back here at the moment, but we've planted 2 red cabbages and grapevine in here, which finally looks like it's starting to do something. But to me, that growth is on the lower part of the graft, not up here where it should be. This part just feels soft and dead. These aren't too tight, they're all loose, so I don't know what's going on with that. We've got one of the Peter Glazebrook giant onions in there, a couple of mini bell tomatoes, some more strawberries, and the snow peas from Nick the gardener. And then we've got some more potatoes in these pots here, and a few other bits and bobs up there. Right, so as it is, it's looking a bit empty in here. Been trying to clear everything out to try and sort this side out. Doesn't look like I'm going to get that done before I go though. But we've got 2 Japanese aces here. Bought these for £3.50 each. They were looking worse for wear. So I repotted them and they seem to have perked up a bit. So hopefully they grow on. Back here we've got the Cape gooseberries, or the ground cherries. Some very pathetic pepper plants. Not looking great at all. It just gets too hot in here. I need to sort that window out desperately. I've potted on some of the tomato plants. These aren't going to be their final pots, but they'll do for now. The rest can all go. Got a few more here that I want to pot on, and a few more to plant out here and there. But apart from that, that's about it in here. Got the Hungarian hot waxes, and the Hammerlick, and the Joe's long peppers there. So these were the second sowing, and they pretty much caught up to my first sowing. But I had nothing but problems with them peppers this year. So I'll be doing a few things different next year. But it was mainly down to green fly and overwatering, I think. But that's about it for this one today, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember to leave me a comment below.